WWPH.
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction.
The Divine 107.9. It's Daylight with Kaylee,
Eliana,
and Yutikaa
on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. It's a Thursday. I'm feeling pretty good. We've made it through a lot of the week. I am quite tired because I've worked almost every day this week until 10. So exhausted. But I'm interested in hearing how other weeks are going.
Yes, I don't have as good of a reason to be tired, but lacrosse season has started up, which is fantastic. Ooh. But it's a lot harder to do homework, and I have a math test tomorrow. I'm actually terrified.
I feel you. I've kind of just lost track of my days after the Disney trip. I literally don't. I feel like today is a Monday, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life, so that's great.
That's not great. You know, we have a math test coming up, right? And you just were not there yesterday, and we were actually doing kind of hard stuff.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, okay. And she missed out on us yesterday. She were supposed to be with
Eliana.
Yes, that was very different.
So sad. I'm sorry.
She's evil, guys. Come on. We gotta realize at some point that she really just doesn't care. Disney's more important than us. My heart hurts. How was Disney? Let's hear it.
It was really fun. It was very fun. Being independent, being on my own with my friends. It was an experience. There was so much drama that happened, which it was all the tea.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday's
so, you know,
it's true.
If you want to spill just a little bit, we're interested.
All right, I might. You guys have to stay tuned for it, though.
Stay tuned for that. We'll be right back after this quick break on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
What are you doing?
Taping you to a chair.
What?
Don't worry, I'll put on 107.9 FM.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome back. I've got another conspiracy for you guys. I want to keep a little bit of a consistency, so let's open up with this. This one's on chemtrails. So, as airplanes travel, they leave behind them a long water condensation trail called contrails. These cloud-like tracks dissipate very quickly, and I know we've all seen them as kids, especially. You're kind of always just looking at the sky, I guess, and you do tend to notice those little like trails left behind. So scientists, the chemtrails conspiracy holds that condensation trails are actually full of other chemicals that scientists and governments are seeding into the atmosphere. This is a very scary one, in my opinion, and they suppose it might be biological warfare or popular control over geoengineering or an attempt to manipulate the weather. Initially, believers claimed it sprayed contaminating toxic metals like barium were being used to either pacify or reduce populations. Oh. Scary stuff.
This is something that I feel like would be in a sci-fi or like fantasy plot, but I don't know. I don't believe in this because I feel like people would figure out if that did happen, but it's kind of scary if this was real.
Also, if you're doing population control, that would have to be really accurate population control, and I feel like I see those all over the place.
Exactly.
So, I'm really hoping it's not true.
I mean, the only part of it that really keeps it interesting is the fact that, like, it is everywhere. We all see it. So it is, like, how they could be doing something. They could be mind wiping us, like, I don't know. But it's like at the same time, there are really smart people that are not always bad. And if they saw this theory, wouldn't they want to, test it? You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
A lot of interesting things on 107.9 FM to be discussed. We'll be right back.
Have you watched The Office?
No, sir.
Do you ever listen to talks about pop culture and events going on near you?
No.
You should be listening to 107.9 FM.
Find your fate with the great 108. Welcome back. So, I have a bit planned, and this one is called Guess the Person. So, I have this person. Okay, I'm going to give the clue. You can guess from the clue, but I'm going to limit it to one guess per clue. So if it's number 1, you can only get one guess. Number 2, you can get 2 guesses. Like that. Wait. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. First one is, oops, I have to highlight. Okay. This person is charismatic.
Okay.
Good. You don't have to guess, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 2. This person is short.
Interesting.
There's a lot of short people I know.
A lot of charismatic short people. Great. This person has long hair. No guesses?
Wait, I think I know.
Okay, if you know and you think it's interesting, keep the guess to yourself
I'm
until
keep
the
it
end
to myself.
to see if Eliana can figure out too.
I think I know.
This person is funny. This person loves snacks. Snacks. This person loves bell-bottom styled pants.
I don't know.
Oh. Oh no. Yeah. This person.
Can I give a guess?
Yeah.
Is it Yutikaa?
Yes, it is. So I'll go through the other clues. We have 4 more
It was
clues.
Ariana Grande.
No, it was not somebody famous. This person has brown highlights. This person is female. She loves Taylor Swift. I knew that one was like the giveaway, so I had to put it second to last. She is Yutikaa.
Eliana.
Yep,
Nice.
you got it. I really thought you had it because she was in here, and I was like, I can't keep a secret. And I was literally about to tell her, you're in our show today. And I realized, shouldn't say that around the competitors. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That was a good one.
It was a good one. I know that you guys would expect something from, like, a popular person, so I had to do somebody that's just in our, circle. We'll be right back on the Great 108 after this quick break.
You thinking about changing the station? Take it from Gandalf. Stay tuned to the Great 108.
Welcome back. It's time for your school spotlight. So, again, I want to talk about the Financial Literacy Summer Program. The West Windsor Plainsboro Regional School District is pleased to offer students in grades 10 to 12 as of fall of 2023 an opportunity to fully online summer school financial literacy course. The summer financial literacy Jesus.
What's happening?
My brain is switching accents, I'm sorry. The summer financial literacy course is limited to 200 students, so you want to be registered by March 31st, 2023 via your school counselor or seek enrollment in summer 2024 course. So the CMS Theater next up is coming with their school musicals, which starts today at 7 p.m., tomorrow also at 7, and Saturday at 7 p.m. as well. Tickets will be available for purchase at the door. For your spotlight itself, I want to talk about scholarships. WWP students are invited to participate in the WWP Local Scholarship Program. This program awards money to children graduating seniors to assist them in furthering their post-secondary education. Selection criteria does vary by award, but most of them are based off merit, need, purpose, achievement, and contribution to school and community. There's so much opportunities, and honestly, it's basically free money. It's fun if you're competitive, and it allows you to have a more debt-free college experience. Yes, and jump at it. So students should print and complete the Scholarship Common application form and checklist pages 26 to 31 and return it to the counseling office by April 18th, 2023. Please note that some of these scholarships have individual application forms and earlier deadlines and specific instructions. So if you are planning on doing that, definitely stick to it and get through it, because again, I'll reiterate this every single show I mention a scholarship. It's good to compete. It's good to get it in there because it's a lot of money, and money is helpful when you go to college.
Absolutely. And next up is the jazz band. The West Windsor High School South Jazz Band concert will be held Wednesday, March 29th from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. in the school playhouse. So come check that out. Those kids have worked really hard, and they're really, really talented. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Hey, do you have the sniffles?
No. I'm just exuding awesomeness because I've been listening to 107.9.
Lucky.
Are you bored?
I'm so bored.
Don't worry, we got you. Listen to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Welcome back to the Great 108. So it is time for your In the News discussion.
Our first story is about the Sargassum Belt. It is the Great Atlantic Sargassum Belt, and it is a 5,000 mile seaweed belt. It is expected to hit beaches of South Florida, Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, and the Caribbean Sea beaches. There are scattered patterns of seaweed, and it is thick, brown, pungent algae that looks like it has berries on it. It entangles humans and animals that step into it, and for hotels and resorts, clearing that kind of stuff off beaches can amount to a round-the-clock operation. The sargassum piles up on beaches where it is quickly decomposed under the hot sun and releases gases that smell like rotten eggs. It bloomed early this year, usually in spring or summer, but it bloomed in the winter. And when sargassum decomposes, it releases ammonia and hydrogen sulfide, which accounts for the rotten egg smell. And brief exposure isn't enough to make people sick, but prolonged exposure can be dangerous, and scientists say.
So I think that it's important to understand that so when these do hit beaches and these hotels do have to employ people to clean it up, again, we're saying that brief exposure isn't bad. If you go and you're just at the beach, whatever, you play around, you go home, you're not really being exposed to it. But people who have to work around the clock, I'm talking 8-hour shifts sometimes, that's a lot to be around, to clean up, to be in trying to clean up.
Yeah, well, and it's like they were saying, like, it can be dangerous, and it's also, it traps you if you step into it, so that's also more dangerous for those people working there, and also animals that are swimming around. Or
for example, sharks can't swim backwards, and they get trapped, their tails get trapped, so now they're trying to get out of it, and they just get more stuck. It's like, sad, but it's also a natural thing, so I think we should just let it come and go, definitely.
It's true. Next, on a more intense note, cases of death and vision loss due to a type of eye drop that was manufactured in India have been arising in the U.S. The eye drops were tainted with drug-resistant bacteria, and the Escherichia and Delsamphama were recalled in February, and health authorities are continuing to track infections as they investigate the outbreak. So 68 people so far were diagnosed with infections from the bacteria, and the CDC reported a total of 3 deaths and 8 cases of people losing their vision after using these eye drops. 4 people have undergone surgery to remove an eyeball due to these infections, and the bacteria spreads through contaminated hand and medical equipment.
Okay, so that bacteria is actually prominently found in places in the hands and the medical equipment in Indian hospitals, and so they're suspecting since these products were manufactured in India, the bacteria got into the eye drops, and now they're being shipped around the world and prominently to the US, and now it's causing a problem.
It's
so
really scary.
Exactly. And a lot of people use eye drops, whether it's for contacts or what, like it's
just for like irritated eyes. People use it all the time. Yeah,
my dad uses eye drops like crazy, and you know, like, it's just scary. Like, people are dying from it. That's what, like, is, like, the shocker part. And finally, we have the Don't Say Gay bill. So, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' administration is moving to forbid classroom instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity from all grades. Before, it was just, like, the younger grades, but now it's all grades in Florida. Expanding the controversial law critics call Don't Say Gay, as the Republican governor continues a focus on cultural issues ahead of his expected presidential run. So this bill that he's trying to push forward, it would not require legislative approval, and it's actually scheduled for a vote next month before the State Board of Education, and has been put forth by State Education Department, both of which are led by appointees of the governor. So it's basically his little minions running about and doing this, right?
That's absurd. Like, right. I feel like in this day and age that these types of bills are being passed, I think we've just been moving forward, and these types of things make it seem like we're moving backwards, and it's just ridiculous to me.
Exactly. And one thing I will say is that this is the land of the free, this is the land of the liberated. Why is this a problem?
Exactly, because we go from free speech to saying something that literally is called the Don't Say Gay bill, and that's quite the opposite. And also, especially if you're now making middle schools and high schools and applying this to them, I'm like, these are things that especially need to be talked about at those times, because there are so many kids who don't get the right amount of information, and so they don't understand these things, and that's what perpetuates so many different issues.
Exactly. So the rule change would ban lessons on sexual orientation and gender identity from grades 4 to 12 unless required by an existing state standard or as part of reproductive health instruction that students can choose not to take. So Disney, one of the state's largest employers and political donors, publicly opposed the law and said it was pausing political donations in the state, which I think is very justifiable, especially as such a big brand. You would get a lot of backlash if you didn't speak up, speak out. So I'm not sure why they did it, but I'm glad they did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll be back after this quick break on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Today on Afternoon Amusement, Elias breaks down pirate sports.
Vlad gives his opinion on what the best food of the week is. Martin tries thinking of a good story to tell to his group mates.
And yeah, discusses the latest trend of the week.
Your genius can be frightening as well if you tune into 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
The perfect blend of informative discussions and light banter exists only on the Afternoon Amusements. Here Elias, Vlad, and Martin and Yao debate the serious current issues, drop their daily doses of trivia, and everything in between. This mix of education and games can be heard afternoons on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. This Friday, you can catch this team Give Me a Quote. Engineers will give co-hosts and a movie, and they have to give a popular quote from the movie. That's all on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Mamma mia, Luigi, I'm so hungry.
Let's race off to lunch.
Mario, did you buckle up?
I haven't no time, princess. I need to get to the Mushroom Kingdom.
The last thing we need is a speeding ticket, Mario.
Oh, but I'm a senior.
Just because you're a senior doesn't mean you can break the law. Click it or ticket.
Buckling up is a must. Make sure to stay safe as you speed off to lunch. This has been a message from 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
I'm not okay without 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Welcome back to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. It's time for your Thursday's tea. So, I wanted to talk about this movie that came out. So, it's called Pooh Bear, right? This one is a very popular thing that I think is not really being talked about in the US mostly because, we're very lenient on certain things. So in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, that's what it's called, it's a new micro-budget R-rated film. Pooh wades into dark territory than ever even Eeyore could have ever imagined, right? That's because Eeyore is like the negative.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So after Christopher abandoned the 100-acre woods, he visits with a friend. So upon arrival, he realizes that things have changed and the animal once friends have turned foe. So Pooh and Piglet are basically the main characters, and it's quite scary, I'm not gonna lie, because they're like, it's low budget, it's kind of cringe at some points, but it's very violent.
Yeah, well, it's adult people wearing masks,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the commercials for it, and as someone who likes Winnie the Pooh as an actual book and movie, I don't know, I really am not a fan of it.
Exactly.
I want to see it. I want to see how they changed the original, or did they keep any of the original?
Yeah, they kind of took him to the forest and stuff, and that's how they introduced the story. But this is only happening because Pooh, Piglet, Kanga, Roo, Owl, Eeyore, and Christopher Robin are all now in the public domain as of January 1st last year, when the copyright of A.A. Milline's 1926 book Winnie the Pooh with illustrations by E.H. Shepard expired. And actually, soon, the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse?
No.
Opens movies. Yep. His copyright is
Yeah.
expiring this coming January 1st. And so it's scary because what are people going to do with Mickey?
That was like the
It's
OG.
iconic.
Yeah,
It's
with him
iconic.
whistling and everything. Oh no,
Yeah.
what?
So for many residents of Hong Kong, which apparently it's now banned in Hong Kong, they are saying that it's a playful taunt of China's President Xi Jinping. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. And Chinese censors in the past had briefly banned social media. So it's just a lot going on right now, and I think they're right to censor it because it is a complete mockery and ridiculous that kids, it's like out there, and you know, as Eliana was saying, kids idealize this. So that's just something to ponder on. That's the tea that I have for you today. We'll be right back.
Just keep vibing, just keep listening, vibing, listening. What do? You tune into 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction, and you're guaranteed to vibe for life. Welcome back to the Great 108. Now time for our community spotlight. So the West Windsor Plainsboro Regional School District, in collaboration with the West Windsor Health Department, are proud to host a COVID-19 vaccine and booster clinic Thursday, March 23rd, 2023, which is today. Updated boosters help restore protection that has decreased since your previous vaccination and provide better protection against newer variants. The Pfizer and Moderna bivalent booster clinic is taking place, and ages 5 and older can come get vaccinated. The clinic is open from 4 to 6 p.m. today, and it is at the WWP Board of Education at 321 Village Road, East West Windsor, New Jersey 08550. Once again, it's 321 Village Road, East West Windsor, New Jersey 08550.
In other news, there is the Lewis Bay Second Future Municipal Leaders Scholarship application, and it is open to all high school juniors and seniors. The deadline is April 3rd, and an essay is required to be submitted about what municipal government does best. It is about 500 words. 15 finalists will be selected and will get a certificate, and 3 winners will receive $1,000. All information, rules, and application form can be found on the West Windsor Township website.
Okay, and coming up kindergarten will be returning to full day. The West Windsor Plainsboro School District has decided that it would be most beneficial, as the half days have forced a difficult kindergarten program and caused them to compress their curriculum to meet state standards. Full-day kindergarten will provide students with additional instruction time, supervised playtime, center time, and additional specials like lunch and recess. It gives parents less to worry about regarding the safety of their child, and it's worth their time, as most parents are really working or they do have to worry about after-school childcare. Registration is currently open, and the actual program will be confirmed on March 14th. Was confirmed, and it's very exciting that they will be returning to this, and kids can actually get back to feeling normal again, because that is something that has been coming up a lot recently, of how do we really return to the new normal that we're trying to achieve. We'll be right back after this quick break.
I am your conscience. Listen to 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction. It will make you feel better.
Welcome back. It is time for our final talk, and it's regarding familial bonding. So the importance of this is that it improves communication, whether for yourself or just within your family. It creates greater self-esteem, better conflict resolution skills, deeper connections with family, mutual respect, and unity. And these are all very fundamental parts of having a strong family. And some activities that you can do to boost your familial bonding is having game nights, even going to family dinners, vacations, and not always does it have to be extravagant. It can literally be just to a hotel, just to give you a new environment. Adventures in your state or your area, movie nights at home or out, and volunteering together. There's so many things that can really do. A lot of times people think that you should only bond with your friends or whoever, but bonding with family is important too.
I think it's so crazy when people talk about how annoying it is that they have to hang out with their family, or talk about, how that it's uncool or something, but I love hanging out with my parents, and I think it's a lot of fun to talk to them. And honestly, you don't even have to do anything in particular. Sometimes it's just picking up a random card game and not even playing by the rules. Or, like, our power went out the other day, and so we were all kind of just hanging out and talking, and it's always a good time, I think, when you're really getting to know your parents more, and, you know, as you get older, you also have more things in common, so.
Yeah, so true. I would say I consider familial bonding just, like, coming downstairs out of your room, hanging, like, with your parents, just in general, because as teenagers, I think we're all accustomed to staying in our rooms a while, and I know we need alone time, but it's kind of fun to just come downstairs, hang out with your family, and get to know them a little more, because you might not know a lot of things about your family.
Yeah, I think we're just a little bit too self-involved in a sense, and that we don't really, like, think about, and I mean, I'm a what is it? Like, I'm guilty of it too, you know what I'm saying? But I do try. I think family's a very, very important thing. All right, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange and Glad, listen to 107.9 FM, WPH in Princeton Junction.
107.9 WWPH. Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good afternoon, this is Yutikaa and Sophie with 107.9 FM Round of Flash for Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. The volunteers in Mercer County Park and other parks in New Jersey are encouraging the residents to get early start up on their spring cleaning. The commissioners and the administrators hosted a cleanup where they collected 41 garbage bags.
Middlesex Prosecutor's Office is speaking out against criticism from Sayreville murdered Councilwoman's family. Councilwoman Eunice Dwumforth's family stays frustrated after 2 months of silence from the prosecutor's office. Spokesperson for the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, Brian Krause, explains the investigation is still ongoing and proceeding in a respectful manner.
Authorities are now investigating a shooting which took place in Denver High School. A 17-year-old was found dead after he was accused of shooting and wounding 2 administrators.
Rutgers is welcoming a nationally acclaimed guest for their annual coaching clinic in this spring. New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick will speak at an off-season clinic because of his ties with Scarlet Knights head coach Greg Schiano.
Fans all across the country are now watching the first NCAA tournament. These Cyclones talk about their loss to Pittsburgh, which was 59-41. Junior prom will take place on March 24th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Forest Gate Country Club. The last day to buy the tickets have passed, and the class of 2024 cannot wait to share the magical night with their classmates.
South's Walk the Plank will be hosted today at 5:30 p.m. in the Playhouse, where 5 representatives from each grade will be competing. Tickets will be $5 at the door, and all profits will be donated to the 2.2 million Turkish families displaced from the earthquake.
There's a vehicle fire at George Washington Bridge, upper eastbound at New York side. The Northeast Corridor is on time. The weather is currently 53 and cloudy. At night, the West Windsor's temperatures will go as low as 44 degrees and light showers. Tomorrow's weather will be 52 degrees with morning showers. This has been Yutikaa and Sophie with your 107.9 FM Round of Flash for Thursday, March 23rd, 2023.
Look at this old lamp. I should clean it.
I am the great genie. For freeing me, I will grant you 3 wishes.
Oh boy! I wish for great music, engrossing entertainment, and all the local news I could want!
My boy, you don't need me for that. You can just listen to 107.9 FM. They have everything you need.
Oh boy! I can't wait!
Don't forget, that's 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Hands-only CPR is a simplified CPR method recommended by the American Heart Association. If an adult suddenly collapses, call 911. Then push hard and fast in the center of their chest until help arrives. That's all it takes to help save a life. Visit handsonlycpr.org for more information.
So what can I say except you're welcome?
You are always welcome to listen to 107.9 FM in Princeton Junction.
There's no need to pray, it's okay. You're welcome.
Game break.
Welcome back to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. It is time for your Station Bit Game Break. So I have one this one is actually called Food Debates. So yeah, I want to hear some opinions. First topic is, and it's a question posed, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Perfect.
Okay,
Fight it out, guys.
My friend, well, I don't know if he came up with this, but everything is a soup, a sandwich, or a salad, unless it's like a singular food.
Okay.
So hot dog would fall into the sandwich category, and like another example would be like cereal's a soup.
Yes, okay, so that was actually one of our other things.
Oh.
Can the cereal be considered a soup?
No.
I agree. It's like a dessert soup. It's like a breakfast soup.
Yeah,
it's like, but then what would you call? I feel like a hot dog would be more of a sub. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Which is a sandwich.
Which is a sandwich, yes. A sub is a sandwich. Hoagies are sandwiches. Okay, I didn't know about that one.
Wait,
but I
because
agree.
it's the same thing as a hot dog.
Yeah, but just like condensed and fried. Okay.
Okay, guess I'd agree with you after that explanation.
Okay. Do you want to move on, or do you still stick that?
No, I think I got influenced.
Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. We won.
Yeah, you did win.
Thank you. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
It depends on the situation. I'm not.
No, Eliana, no.
I would not
Yes.
order pineapple on pizza from like Papa John's or something. If it is an actual pizza place where someone's like making the pizza,
Yes.
I might do that. And then also, grilled pineapple slaps. Like grilled pineapple is so good. So if it's like that situation, then I would also get that.
I'm not getting influenced on this one. I can't. Like, it's sweet. It's like so sweet and then salty together.
Yeah, but that's the point. Like, those opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? It does taste good. You have to. I don't know.
have
Maybe
tried
you.
it, I just don't
Where
like
have you tried it from? That's maybe the problem.
Domino's?
That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's definitely
Domino's
the problem.
itself is the issue.
Yes, that's the issue, Yutikaa.
All right,
Take
all
Eliana's
right.
advice, because when my mom makes it, like, it's
I guess I'm getting influenced again.
again. Okay, are you cooking if you don't use heat?
Yeah.
I think I would say no.
Okay. Well, I wanted to move past this one quickly, but let me hear your reason.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like because if you're like, I wouldn't call making a salad cooking. I guess that's why.
Okay, and here's my rebuttal: ceviche. You do? Yep.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay. How do you properly eat pizza? From the sharp end or the crust?
Sharp end, and you have to fold it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Agreed. Okay.
I agree.
One
We
that we
all
finally all agree on. Another one is there any food that is not made better with chocolate or ranch?
Yes. I don't like ranch
Okay.
at all. So
So you don't think ranch makes anything better?
Yeah.
Fair.
I like both.
Okay.
But I feel like it wouldn't be good with like pizza.
What
Pizza,
wouldn't be
ranch,
good?
Pizza and chocolate.
So there is ranch on pizza. People do that, and people like it.
I know people do it, but it's
Chocolate
it's a
on
little
pizza, definitely. So you're thinking pizza, just pizza
Yeah,
in
just like
general would not work with both these foods. Okay. And I'm gonna leave one more. Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? Actually, this will be our second to last. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I'm actually from the soup sandwich salad conversation. I'm gonna say it's a sandwich because I feel like a ravioli it has to be pasta.
You're right. You know, I'm gonna agree with you on that. Pop-Tarts? No, I feel like raviolis are like softer and like
Okay. Yeah, it's hard.
creamier.
No, I understand. And finally, what comes first? Cereal or milk?
The milk.
No,
No,
absolutely.
that is a crime.
I had a Spanish presentation last year, and we had to describe the steps of something in Spanish, and I bring in milk and cereal, and I showed people that the cereal has to go first.
But like, why though?
Because why would you? Because you gotta get the cereal to milk
Then it's gonna be like
proportions.
soggy and like
No,
weird.
your way
how slow?
makes no sense because you have more milk than cereal because the cereal doesn't
Exactly,
soak
yeah.
up the milk.
And how slowly are you pouring it that it would get it's like
Don't you guys like heat up your milk a little bit?
No.
Some people do that. I tried that once. Chocolate milk, make it. It was good. That's all we have for the game break food debate. We'll be right back on the Great 108 after this quick break.
Oh my goodness, did you hear the news about that celebrity?
Yeah. I was listening to 107.9. Their pop culture coverage is awesome.
I know, that's why it's my first preset in my Volkswagen Beetle.
Welcome back to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. This was Daylight with Kaylee,
Eliana,
and Yutikaa.
Definitely, I had a fun show today. I think whether you liked it or not, guys, you have to like it because it's Daylight. It's us. We're the light of your day. You know that thing. Yeah. No, it was genuinely fun. I loved hearing your little opinions about food debates and sharing more on some financial literacy programs, even the scholarships that you can take charge of seniors and juniors, and also chemtrails conspiracies, because I love to talk about conspiracy theories because it's just something like it's just a little fun thing going on in society that we should touch on. And our In the News discussion was actually great, so I encourage listeners to check out the Sargasm Belt, learn a little bit more. Even the killer eye drops, look out for that because you got to protect yourself too. And the Don't Say Gay bill, which is kind of very scary because we live in America and these things. He is a candidate for our next election, so think about that stuff, especially our seniors who are soon voters. Thank you so much for listening to Daylight. I hope you tune in again tomorrow. Oh, we drop, but Monday we'll be back, the three of us, with another amazing show. Thank you so much for listening.